Hi everyone, it's Christy. As you know, 2 days ago, there was an assassination attempt against Donald Trump, and I deliberately wanted to wait a couple days because this sort of thing needs time to process. My first response when I heard the news was fear and anger and dread about what the future would hold. Because honestly, I was with my brother when we both got the news, and I told my brother that I fear this is the first shot fired in the Second Civil War. And I was afraid that things would escalate rapidly. And they might. It's possible things will escalate between now and the election, but thankfully, in the past 2 days so far, there hasn't been an immediate escalation of violence, rioting, that sort of thing. And so I'm thankful for that. But although those were my natural first instincts, my first reactions, I also spent time praying about it and processing it with God. Whenever things happen, it's appropriate to take them to God and process them with God. So I felt like God was reminding me to forgive and to love your enemies and to turn the other cheek. And I was just reminded of all these supernatural things in the Bible, because on our natural level, fear and anger are our first responses. But God has given us His Holy Spirit in us to enable us to respond supernaturally. And yes, fear is a natural human emotion, and it can be the first reaction. But then to immediately say, okay, Lord, what now? Show me how to live. Lord, help me to live supernaturally. Help me to love my enemies. Help me to turn the other cheek when life gets painful. And I was reminded of when Jesus was arrested. Judas had betrayed him. The Jewish leaders came to arrest Jesus, and the Romans were with them. They came to arrest Jesus, and in that moment, Peter responded with fear and anger. And it's John 18, I'll read you, John 18, verse 10 and 11. Then Simon Peter drew a sword and slashed off the right ear of Malchus, the high priest's slave. But Jesus said to Peter, "Put your sword back into its sheath. Shall I not drink from the cup of suffering my Father has given me?" So, while Peter's natural response was fear and anger and to react and to lash out, Jesus, his response was to put away the violence, set aside your reactions, and trust me, follow me, follow my example. And Jesus wasn't resisting. Jesus wasn't fighting. Jesus knew he had everything under control, that God had everything under control. And so basically Jesus was saying violence is never the answer. Put away your reactions and just follow me. And so how do we do that? Well, the first part is to pray, Lord, help me to get past my natural response to a supernatural response. And that can only come from God. That's why it's supernatural. Our supernatural response is when the Holy Spirit within us is able to live through us. And, God is love. And so when that pours out of us, that's God doing that. We, in our own strength, in our own flesh, in our own wills, we want to fight. We want to fight back. We want to react. We want to strike out. Fear, anger, those are the kinds of things that make us lash out at other people. And so I just want to encourage you today that regardless of what your first reactions have been, that you would pray and ask God, Lord, help me get past my natural responses to your supernatural responses, and to submit my reactions to you so that you can live through me and react through me in ways that I wouldn't respond on my own naturally. So I hope that makes sense, that we would submit to God and, whoops, my computer's beeping at me, that we would submit to God and allow him to live through us. So thank you for watching. I hope this encourages you and prompts you to live by faith a little bit more. And I will see you in a future video. If you like this content, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.